The funeral of Japan's former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has taken place amid tight security at a Buddhist temple in Tokyo. Thousands of people gathered to pay their respects, although the ceremony was open only to family and close friends. Mr. Abe was shot dead on Friday while he was speaking at a campaign event in the southern city of Nara. Rupert Wingfield-Hayes reports.
Shinzo Abe's funeral was supposed to be a private affair, closed to all but family and close friends. But Japan's public had other ideas. By early afternoon, tens of thousands were lining the streets, determined to say goodbye to Japan's longest-serving Prime Minister. As the funeral cortege passed, they bowed their heads towards his widow, sitting in the front seat. Others began to cry.
We will never have anybody as great as Abe-san again. I want people to know how much we loved him.
For many of the people who've turned out here today to say goodbye to Mr. Abe, it was his political longevity that is most important. It was that sense of stability and security that he brought back to Japanese politics that they're most grateful for. But in many other ways, Mr. Abe was a deeply divisive political figure.
To his admirers, Shinzo Abe was a great statesman who built strong alliances with fellow democracies. Most significantly, he broke with Japan's pacifist constitution. For the first time since World War II, Japanese troops would be allowed to fight alongside allies beyond its shores.
I think Abe was determined to get out from the post-war pacifist constitution. Because the idea of this constitution, it was that Japan should rely its security to the goodwill of the world people. It's a nonsense. So Abe wanted to get out from this fallacy.
But critics say Mr. Abe's views on World War II history were deeply troubling. In South Korea, there was huge anger at his refusal to accept Japan was responsible for the wartime system of sexual servitude known as comfort women.
I think in terms of facing face-to-face with the fact of the history issues, I guess Mr. Abe is a revisionist, particularly on the issue of the comfort woman issue. I think it's become now a taboo to talk about it in Japan.
Mr. Abe's legacy is far from being settled, but he led this country for longer than anyone else. And for that, people here are grateful. Rupert Wingfield-Hayes, BBC News in Tokyo.